Wow. Oh my gosh. I'm like so excited for tonight. Oh my gosh, people. I think you just saw like 3 minutes of some of the most beautiful food and ships I think you've ever seen. Hi, Kathy.
Hello. Hi.
How are you?
Well, thank
Oh
you
my
for
God.
inviting me. This is really exciting, and I'm so jazzed to be able to talk to your audience here.
Yes. Yes. And I'm hoping if you don't see the comments, there's a little button in the upper right, so you should be able to see everybody.
Yep, it's right here. Yep.
Hey, Zachary's here, Bill's fan, Sue and Phil, Alex, Dawn is here, Bill Guru is here, and Steven is here. Hi, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Welcome, everybody, to a special night with Explora Journeys. And I'm telling you, folks, you may or may not have heard this name so far, but if you haven't, oh my goodness, folks, this is like, you guys are basically reinventing the luxury space right now, right?
Yeah, that's the aim. We've noticed that there was a missing niche in the market. You have your contemporaries, you've got your mass markets, you have your luxury, but there was this void where it's the in-between luxury and land, and that's what we're about. Even though we are a ship, and you'll see that through and through next hour, but realistically, it is how we operate on board, and it just is a very unique experience for sure.
And I love it. Number one, these are not cruises; these are journeys. So I love that, setting the stage. And then I love that you consider the ship a residence. It's a residence at sea. These are not staterooms. These are not cabins. These are residences.
These are residences. And you're going to hear, I may go back and forth with the standard industry term, but I really want to focus and hone in on our nomenclature because it does set a precedence. It does set a standard. When you're coming on board, it's going to be a completely different feeling than what you've known cruising to be, if you will.
Absolutely. And folks, I'm going to let Kathy jump right into it. But first, I just want to remind you, I am Walter, your independent travel advisor with Where's Walter Travel. Explora is one of our amazing partners that we work with. And if we can help you in any way with your next Explora journey, or maybe your very first Explora journey, just reach out at where'swaltertravel.com. There are links down in the description. And with that, Kathy, I'm going to go ahead and bring up your screen and just let you take it, folks, and jump in with questions. Definitely jump in with questions as we go. All right, Kathy, this is all yours. I'm bringing up the screen.
Wonderful. So you see the screen now. Wonderful. Thank you so much. And again, thank you for hosting me. Thank you for tuning in tonight. I know it's a late night, at least on the East Coast, but I do appreciate you all for spending the evening with me. So like I mentioned earlier, we are not your traditional cruise line. As I mentioned earlier, we are on a ship, but we call ourselves ocean travel. And that does open up the conversation for those of your friends that you're like, hey, I just got off this incredible webinar and I learned about this new ocean travel experience. Your friends are gonna be like, what are you talking about? Aren't you talking about a cruise line? Well, no, this is, again, not your traditional cruise line. So what we are about is bringing the ocean and the water, the movement. There's something transformative about it, and bringing it on board for you to experience. And our tagline is discover the ocean state of mind. And I think once you're on board, you're going to really realize this, because it is absolutely incredible, and it's peaceful, and it's I don't even know how else to describe it. You just have to come and experience it, right?
Ocean state of mind is like that. That is my ultimate.
Yeah, I mean, and all of that is all built on our brand pillars, from space, choice, design, and immersive journeys. You're going to see a little bit of these things as I talk for the next hour, but I do want to cue up, Walter, if you don't mind, play the philosophy design video. This is a beautifully made video that was featured at the Milan Design Expo this summer, and just ahead of our second ship launch. So go ahead and play that.
Wonderful. Here we go. is unreal. Oh my gosh.
Isn't it beautiful? Yeah, the furniture that we have on board, the textiles, the ingredients, everything is of top-notch quality, and that's what you're getting on board. Yeah.
Wow. I mean, you really do forget that it's a ship.
Yes.
You know, when you're inside, I mean, that is a luxury, beautiful, and may I say, very inviting resort.
Thank you. I typically would say something like it's sexy because the ship is absolutely beautiful. But based on that video alone, I hope that kind of knocks off in your perspective the space and the design, and choice is going to be next. We're going to have a lot of options, and something that's I take on a little philosophical take is that to have options is a luxury, and that's what we're about on our ships, on our ship. Yeah, so it's great. So I'm going to dive into some itineraries that I want to call out a little bit, if this would just make sense. Just a few, just to get them out of the way, so that you kind of understand that we don't go to your typical places, if you will. Yes, we're going to be in the Caribbean, but look at these itineraries, and the price point rather too. So here we have a 7-night starting at $4,300 per guest in our lead-in, and I'll talk about our suites in a little bit. But going to St. Lucia, St. Kitts, Virgin Gorda, which is a Spanish town, and on any given 7-night, I do want to highlight that we offer a minimum 1 sea day, because seeing the vessel, you're not going to get enough of it. And so we always carve in there at least a minimum 1 sea day, so that you can kind of decompress and enjoy the facilities on board. So this is one example. This is coming up this December. Another one I have here is yet another Caribbean, but take a look at this. Going to Dominica, Guadalupe, St. Martin, yet another really unique destination. And this one, again, 7 nights, Valentine's weekend.
I was going to say, it's Valentine's Day, people. Come on.
Starting fare. I mean, what a great price point, right?
Wow.
Another one I want to highlight is for those F1 fanatics.
My sister would be all over this one.
Oh, that's great, because guess what? We have an exclusive partnership with Formula One, and it's a multi-year. So we are going to be the only vessel docked right there. Every other ship has to tender in and out. And what's incredible about this right now, what we're highlighting is a 7-night where you start from Rome, end in Istanbul, but I'm sorry, it's supposed to be Italy, forgive me. So it's supposed to be round trip Rome. But the middle portion where it's Monte Carlo, it's going to behave like a hotel. The ship's going to stay docked. What's great is that with this price point, $12,500 per person, it includes tickets to the race. And then, yes. And if you're going to the ocean, if you're going up to our ocean residence category, you are getting Paddock Club tickets too.
No. Oh, yeah. God.
And what's also,
and you know what she just said, that's like crazy.
That value by itself is just incredible. So this price point, what you're seeing, is for the 7-night. I do have one that's 5 nights, only Monte Carlo, so all like a hotel, for $10,450 per person starting fare. Something I want to highlight is that we are not going to sell out every suite on board, because there will be teams staying on board with us as well.
What?
So, hey, you got to go big or go home, right?
Oh my goodness, how cool would that be, right?
Yeah. Wow. So, and then while we're, kind of in Europe here, I do want to highlight another itinerary. It's Venice to Athens. Again, not your traditional cruise ports, right? Yes, we got to go to these typical ones because of airlift, but look at all the itineraries in between. Really cool ports: Brindisi in Greece, Santorini, and then back to Athens. And another one I want to highlight is Barcelona to Rome. Going to Monte Carlo, Saint-Tropez, and look at the price point there. I mean, again, incredibly priced. And this is what we call our introductory fare. Fares will go up. So now's the time to buy and try us out for such a low rate. But, yeah.
I don't know if you want to talk about it later, but I see Alex is actually asking, because you are talking about fares. Do you want to go over what's actually included in the fares?
Yeah, I can, that's actually in the presentation, a couple slides over, so I can talk about that in a little bit. How about that?
Okay. All right. Yeah. Alex, coming.
Thank you. So, I just highlighted a couple itineraries, a couple destinations. This is where we've gone to and where we're going. And I know you're probably thinking, well, that doesn't look like it's a lot. Well, it's because we've only been in the waters for less than 2 years. We literally have 2 ships under 2. And they're brand new builds. Explora 1 literally launched August 1st of 2023. Explora 2 came out this September. So we can only be in so many places at once. We can only do so much. But if you stay with us, stick with us, you're going to start to notice a lot more dots on that map and a lot more destinations to be covered. Because
6 ships.
Yeah,
Bro,
and these
are
are
not going anywhere.
We're not going anywhere. And what's incredible is that we're not just buying an older vessel and refurbishing or flipping it. These are built from scratch.
Yeah.
Right? Steel cutting every year just to start up with a new ship. So it's really cool. And what's really, really nice is that we are environmentally friendly as much as possible. We are RENA certified. There's for marine life, sound waves. I mean, anti-fouling paint. There's so much, and this is just a start. If we go back to the last slide here, I do want to highlight that ship 1 and 2 are identical, and that's what you're going to see with all those really cool items. But 3 and 4 will be LNG powered. That's liquefied natural gas. So it's cleaner burning fuel. And ships 5 and 6 will be hydro powered. So as we continue to advance in technology, we're going to implement that, and we're the water is life, and we're trying to make it really sustainable as much as possible here.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Wow.
So talked about a couple things. Let's dive in, right? So our homes at sea, we call them homes at sea because they're built like a house, like a room. And all of our suites do come with private terraces. We don't have any suites that are inside only or no windows. They are all private terraces. And we call them terraces because they're so large. They're a terrace. It's not your traditional balcony, French balcony, or veranda. And we'll start with our ocean terrace suite. This starts at 377 square feet. This is our smallest category, our lead-in accommodation. Starting with the left-hand side, going in, we have our terrace, which most verandas will have the table and 2 chairs, but here we have a day lounger to again reinforce the ocean state of mind. And then as you go inside, you have a separate seating area with true king beds. Some suites do have twins, but most of them are true kings. A walk-in wardrobe closet and a large bathroom. And I do want to highlight this here. This is what it looks like.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
But this is the base not a cabin. This is your base suite.
This is our base suite. We have 61 of these. And they're all dotted throughout the vessel. So OT 1, 2, 3, and 4. We also have a grand terrace, which means it's the same interior size, but the terrace is larger. So, but for the most part, this is what the bathroom looks like. Yeah. And mind you, can I just say, heated marble floors, Dyson hair dryers are included. I don't even know what else. Aponte Milano bathroom products. I mean, it's just a beautiful thing. And what's great is that we actually, with the architects here, had the guest perspective in mind. So at night, when you have to go to the bathroom, when you swing your foot off the bed, there are these glow lights so that you don't have to run into the walls or the corners, and it doesn't wake up your travel mate, right? So it's nice soft lighting to help you maneuver through your suite. So and we have those what do you call them again? Those chargers, the bedside chargers the magnet ones. We have those as well. So a lot of little touches, even something as little as the closets have, when you hang your hangers, the bar has a rubber strip to prevent it from swinging. So nothing went unspared here. great.
I'm gonna jump to Gary real quick and
Okay.
just interrupt you. He's asking, how many passengers do you carry? I think this is actually a good.
That's a great question, and I try to avoid this because people tend to just jump right up to that. And okay, so
Right.
in reality, we have 461 suites. That's over
Okay.
900 guests. But if we were to sell it, we will sell no more than 900, and that's our capacity. Even though we can accommodate more, our sweet spot is actually 750 guests.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
So we
fun.
have no fear in needing to, if it doesn't sell all the way, that's okay. You know, that's the great thing about being privately owned. The owners understand that luxury doesn't mean you got to cram every dollar in. They want to be able to afford, allow you to afford breathing room. Maybe you're going to go conservatively and you'll book, an OT, but then you go on board, you're like, hey, you know what? Let's go big. And maybe you want to jump into a penthouse. We want to give you that option to be able to do so.
That's fantastic.
Right?
Love
Yeah.
it. Love
So
it.
moving on to our next category, there are actually 4 tiers to our ocean penthouses. I am going to highlight one of them, and this is called our premier penthouse. It goes up to 560 square feet. It's not even our largest one, but
Wow.
I think it's the most unique one because of how it's laid out. You can see already the terrace is larger, the room is larger, and the configuration is slightly different. This does give you the opportunity to have a third berth or in the sofa bed, which does convert to a queen. And then you have a sliding partition there to create privacy. Or maybe you have 2 people. One might be a night owl, one might be an early riser, and they want to watch TV. You can watch in both areas, living area and bedroom if you prefer. But again, it's just a different layout that really calls my attention. And here's the terrace. Yep, you can see how much larger it is. And as we grow in size, of course, the terrace grows too. So it's not all in size.
Gary says it's bigger than his first apartment. I love it. Love it.
Gary, were you in New York? So as I mentioned, that was 500 some odd square feet. It goes up to 700. Here we dive into the higher categories. There are 23 ocean residences, but within this category, there are also, again, 4 groups, 4 tiers, and it goes up to 1,600 square feet. So one of my favorite categories, I like this one the best, in my humble opinion. It's not even the largest one, believe it or not. But our Serenity residence goes up to 1,356 square feet. I really like this because it's beautifully laid out. The interior space is almost identical to the exterior space with the wraparound terrace. And for those of you who are always who are nervous about being on the water, being claustrophobic, well, here you can sleep outside. There's even a shower out there too. But what's really great about our residences is that everything in the suite is upgraded. It's enhanced. You do have a butler, and every terrace in our ocean residences has a private whirlpool for you to use. So that's what's really cool. So let's take a look at what that looks like on the inside.
Yeah, can we see the inside?
Yeah.
I see Nurse Tara is on here. Nurse Tara, here you go. This is your suite. I think that you should be booking.
Amazing. And then here's the bedroom. How beautiful that is. Here's where you're going to start to see an upgraded or an enhanced bathroom. So all the other ones have that our standard bathroom, but here you're going to get floor to ceiling marble. Where the photo is taken, you're standing inside the tub, and then across from it is a shower, bidet, toilet, all that jazz. And then one of my great shots is the wraparound. Right?
Wow.
So if this doesn't scream ocean state of mind, I don't know what.
What's just so funny, you said, oh, here's our enhanced bathroom. I mean, folks, how many of you have stayed on a cruise so far with a bathroom that looks good as what they call standard? I mean, it's just absolutely amazing.
Thank you.
I want to leave that picture there because we do have a couple of questions, if you don't mind, if we just kind of take a pause and answer a few questions. One, Dawn is asking, do you will you ever go to the ABCs? Do you have anything that does the ABCs?
We do. You'll have to dig through our itineraries.
Okay.
There's just too many. What's really interesting is that we don't always do the same routing over and over again.
Right.
So I don't know which date we go to the ABCs, but I do know that we do.
But they're there. Okay. How about, you think you're going to go to Hawaii at some point when you get to more
We were there this past April. Where were you?
Oh, where were you, man? Come on. They were already there.
No, we'll be back. Again, with 2 ships, we can only be in so many places. So if you stick with us, when we come out with ship 3, we're going to start to diversify our itineraries, our destinations. So we will be there. We'll be heading to Alaska. We'll be doing the
Wait, what?
Yes, Alaska coming up soon, hopefully.
Wow, nice. And this is a big question right here.
Mm-hmm.
Do you? And I know the answer to this because I just booked somebody solo. Kathy, they are quite solo friendly. Go ahead, Kathy.
We are solo friendly. So there are a few dates that we have 0 single supplements, but on the standard, we start at 25%. And no, you're not getting a closet to sleep in. You're getting that at minimum ocean terrace room at 377 square feet. So it's very minimal. It's worth it. I'm a solo gal and I love starfishing in the king size bed.
Yeah. I just booked one of my clients. She is a solo traveler and it was just a minimal supplement. It's a beautiful thing. So yes, while they don't have solo suites, they are incredibly solo friendly. Yes. I think you're one of the most solo friendly lines out there. Right?
Yeah, I agree. And what's really great is that we have these pins that if you choose to wear it, you can, but it signals other solo travelers, hey, I like to converse. Because there's some solo travelers that just they want their own time, but it also wearing the pin tells our hosts, hey, this person wants to converse again, and they'll sit down and talk to you if you want. So a lot of various programs on board geared towards our solo travelers.
Okay, and then just one more quick one, and then we'll get going again. Do you sail out of New York yet?
We did this past fall, but we're not going back until 2026.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Let's go ahead back to the.
Okay. So I saw a message from Alex. Thanks for commenting that the Serenity residence is larger than your condo. I hate to break it to you. I do have one more category to share, and this is called.
Oh yeah, she's been holding back on y'all.
I have. This is our owner's residence at 3,014 square feet. There's only one of these on ship 1 and 2.
Wow.
And
can you say that again? How big is it?
3,014 square feet. I know, it's a joke, right?
You just needed that 14 square feet, because if it was only 3,000, but 3,014, that's impressive.
Thank you. So here's what the top view looks like. You have your private entryway. You've got the full aft at your disposal. I've worked for other lines before where the top suites are it's usually at the top deck, and it's either on the starboard side or the port side. And say we're sailing through Hawaii and there's whales that you want to catch. Well, you're kind of out of luck if it's on the wrong side of the ship, right? So here, how they designed this is that you have a 180-degree view. It is designed to entertain, because I bet if you're a guest in this space, you're going to be fast friends with a lot of other travelers on board.
Everybody wants to be your friend.
And this is meant to entertain. So you can see here, there's a private bar. We can bring in a bartender. This does come with its own private butler. Here's the bedroom. It does only sleep 2, right? Given all this space. And here's one of my favorite shots is the bathroom with its soak-in tubs, double vanity sinks. Behind that black wall there is a toilet, across from the shower, and then the far corner, which you can't even see, is your own private steam room, which is really yeah.
Oh my goodness.
But if that doesn't wow you, maybe hopefully this does. This is those stairs right there. It goes into your own infinity whirlpool.
Oh my word!
Right? Isn't that beautiful?
Wow. Okay. Who wants to stay here? Just give me a call.
Yes.
I'll pick up the phone any time of the day, any time of the night. I'll book you in this anytime. Yep.
And he will offer to bring your luggage for you too. So
I will. I will be your coffee boy. I will shine your shoes. I'll do everything. Sure. That's amazing. I mean, that is just simply stunning.
Yeah, well, wait till you see it in person. I mean, it is absolutely beautiful. Yeah. So going back to what was previously asked, what was included. So here's our all inclusions. You know, you have culinary experiences, which I'll dive into in a little bit, but more importantly, the spa, thermal area. That's another topic of discussion down the line. Gratuities are included. Wi-Fi. I want to stop and pause and talk about Wi-Fi. We have Starlink, which is an incredible Wi-Fi provider, but what's great is that we offer 3 devices per guest.
Nice.
Comped.
Nice.
So if you had a third berth, same thing. Whether the third berth is a 5-year-old or a 60-year-old, doesn't matter. They still get 3 devices. Wow. And I'll be honest, I bet that if we had a 4th device, it'll still work. I just haven't tried it myself. And realistically, if you have 4 devices, you're not really on vacation, right?
Well,
so
hello. Yeah, I do work from the ship, so that's one of the hard knocks of being a travel agent.
So no, but we have it available. There's no packages to buy. We have routers in every suite, just so that we understand that there's a group of travelers now that are still working, but they can't disconnect entirely. So that's why this is so important. But all of this can't be made beautifully without our hosts. We call our crew members hosts because they're literally hosting you on their home, at their home. This number here,
wow.
Yeah, the ratio is incredible. Now, this ratio is based off of the 900 guest count. And remember, we're not selling that number. So realistically, I'm going to venture to say it's about a 1-to-1 ratio.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Insane. That's amazing. Bad, right? Talk about personal attention, everybody. Wow.
Yeah, no, the service is absolutely fantastic on board. So yeah, we can't do our jobs here. We can't sell this product without these folks, and they are everything to us. So there's that. Are we on to the next topic?
Yes, let's go for the next topic.
It's dinner time, is it not?
Alex, here we go, buddy. I know you love food. I love food.
So we actually brought on a gentleman who's looking away from us, Frank Geringer, and he is our executive chef. He's curated these really incredible cuisines. And what's great is that we've developed 6 different restaurants.
Wow.
And no, we do not have 1, a buffet, and 2, a main dining room. Okay, remember that, because unlike most lines where they have those things, we do not. These are all restaurants, and they're not even specialty. They're just different in their own right. So starting with our Emporium Marketplace, all day dining, breakfast, lunch, dinner. You kind of walk around, see what's being prepared. I call it a food hall, almost like Italy. You can walk up to various stations. There's 21 stations. See what's being prepared. Wow. A lot of the food is prepared there, whether it's fresh pastas. At night, there's a section that converts into a seafood bar. So you got lobster tails, things like that. Incredible pastas. And what I do want to highlight is the fact that we actually, thanks to Frank, there's no budget when it comes to our ingredients. So the French baguettes, we import French flour. We have Normandy butter. The pizza, we import the semolina from Italy. I mean, people can easily just kind of substitute one for the other, but we don't do that because food is important in our eyes. So you can dine inside. If it's beautiful out, you can dine outside, al fresco dining, right? So beautiful area. Moving on to our Med Yacht Club, we have a lot of Mediterranean flavors here, whether it is Northern African, Italian, or even Greek. This is meant to kind of invoke an Adriatic vibe. So that's why this looks like a yacht. Wow. And here's another look. There is a small lounge with a bar inside this venue. So you can have cocktails before dinner or have an digestif after dinner.
Wow.
And then we've got our fil rouge. In my humble opinion, this is the closest thing to a main dining room because it kind of captures all cuisine, but it's still a small restaurant. Mind you, none of our, besides the ship itself, there's not one venue that can accommodate every guest in one space. Not even a lounge, which I'll talk about in a little bit. But nevertheless, you can see here, this is a fairly larger restaurant, but it's not, it still cannot hold everyone at once. Yeah. And despite how it looks, I do want to highlight that our attire on board is country club casual through and through. So jackets are neither required nor denied. There are no themed nights where you got to, bring a tux, bring a formal gown, or bring a colored apparel. None of that. We just want you to come and relax. Okay.
Nice. Love it.
And on to the carnivores. Love here, Marble and Co. Marble, of course, being marbling in the
I'm
state.
just getting giddy just looking at all this.
Well, look how beautiful this restaurant is. Very dark and moody. We have our own dry age refrigeration system. So you're going to get some beautiful cuts of meats. And what's amazing is that my favorite salad is from here as well. So regardless if this is a meat-centric restaurant, we also have fish proteins. We also have plant-based foods here too, believe it or not. So it does, every venue does curate to all dietary restrictions.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
And then we have Sakura, which Sakura is Japanese for cherry blossom. And that's what you're going to see coming down the ceiling here. This, when you walk through here, it kind of takes you to somewhere in Asia. A lot of South East Asian influences, and of course, Japanese as well. We have a sushi bar. But where this photo is taken butts up to a wall that opens up. And when Sakura is open for lunch, you could be out in one of our day loungers by the pool and order a bento box, and it'll be delivered to you. So that's really cool. Yeah, but again, we have a bar in here as well that serves up beautiful cocktails. You can see an open galley kitchen in the back there, but nevertheless, it's a really fun.
Just beautiful. And folks, I think we have some questions. We'll get through the culinary section, and then we'll stop for. No, keep going because the food.
Okay, we have one more restaurant I'm going to highlight. So it's Anthology. This is really unique. Anthology was originally curated for the tasting menus. Understandably, not everyone is into that. So we do charge for this venue. It is about $140 per person. But there is a promotion that's happening right now, and it ends on November 18th. So if you want to take advantage, Anthology will be included, and the tasting menu, which is again $140 plus the wine pairing, so it's a value of $200 per person, and this is going to be included if you book by November 18th.
Yes. I booked 3, I believe, with the special in it.
Yeah, it's great. It's great. It's actually very, very delicious. Nice. So for those that love the gastronomic food experience, this is going to be an incredible adventure for you. So I'm going to pause here. Do we want to take any questions?
Yeah, why don't we jump in? Always like when you're booking a next cruise, are they going to get some additional perks on board if they book a cruise on board?
Yeah, we do offer an onboard savings promotion. So it's a 5% savings. And of course, if you book through Walter, you're going to also get what we call our Travel Leaders Network amenities. So it varies. It can be either $150 shipboard credit, which we call Journey Experience credit, or a distinctive voyage amenity, which can be a number of other things too. Yeah. So as long as it's 7 nights or longer, you're getting something through Travel Leaders Network.
Yeah, that is very cool. Do you know if the Wi-Fi allows streaming?
I have tried it when we were in New York, and I was able to stream Netflix.
Oh, there you go.
So,
good question.
Stream. Yeah.
Stephen, with a cross, if you don't know, Explora Journeys is actually owned by the same leadership that runs MSC Cruises. So do you honor MSC Voyager Club or from other cruise lines?
We currently do not. We had a promotion last year where we would match in terms of journey experience credits, but right now we don't have a program in place. We are developing it, so it is coming. And if you've already joined us on a past journey or about to, don't worry. Once we implement that program, everything will be honored. We just don't have that program in place. We're too busy building ships.
Right. Good question, Stephen. And yeah, with only 2 ships out there right now, I would bet when you got 4, that's when things are really going to start to change, and then you're going up to 6. Great question, Kathy. Do you have any cooking classes on board?
Yes, we do, and that is another culinary experience that we do charge for. It's about $150. It operates depending on the day, but sometimes it operates twice a day, a maximum 12 guests at a time. And even if you were the only person raising your hand for that particular day, we will still operate. And we don't have
that would be like the best, a one-on-one class,
right? And these are with master chefs from France, right? So what's great is that these chefs are dedicated just for our cooking, or chef's kitchen is what we call it. They don't moonlight cooking in the kitchens at night or for breakfast. They're there just specifically for you to learn how to cook. And we try to tailor it a little bit depending on where you are too. Yeah, to the cuisine.
So you touched on this a little bit earlier, where you said that 1 and 2 were basically the same, but
yes.
What changes besides the LNG? I mean, can you talk a little bit about how the evolution of the ships might happen?
Well, 1 and 2, Explora 1 and Explora 2 are sister ships. They're very minor changes. The biggest difference, I would say, is that ship 1, and I'll talk about this a little bit more, has Rolex on board, where ship 2 has Bucanali, which is a jewelry brand. A little bit of the color scheme, a little bit of the furniture, but not like extreme in a sense. I always say this. Ship 1 is kind of like your first pancake. It's still a couple little things, right? It's your first one, but still delicious. Very, very delicious, right? And we took learnings from ship 1, put it onto ship 2. I have to tell you, I still favor ship 1. So if that makes you feel better.
Your first. I mean, come on, you always remember your first, right?
Exactly. But no, they're built the same. The structure basically is the same, the bones.
Gotcha.
Ship 3, 4, 5, and 6 are supposed to be larger because of the engine that's going in. I can tell you that I've been told that ship at least 3 and 4 will have 2 owners' residences on there.
Ooh.
Right? So you think about it.
Double the chances to get one.
Yeah, I mean, and think about it. 3,000 square feet of space. Most lines will say, oh, we can put in 20, 50 more rooms. But we're like, no, we're going to just do this. So what I've been told, and please don't hold me to it, even though this is recorded, I've been told that the next set of ships will be larger, but we are supposed to carry less guests.
Yeah. So, folks, anything said here tonight is subject to change at any time without notice. How about that, Kathy?
Or with notice. I mean, just call Walter. He'll set you straight.
I'll find out what the straight scoop is at the time. So you said earlier that solos can wear a pin. Can the owner's residents wear a pin so we know that's the person we want to talk to and get in and see their suite?
You can't. They don't have pins, but you might see their butler following.
Oh, there you go. Okay. So, folks, there is your tip of the day. Look for the butler following them. Okay, great. No, this ship is amazing. So, all right. So, folks, we answered a bunch of questions. Let's get back to it. And then please do keep asking, and we'll find a stopping point along the way.
Yes, please. Okay, so here we're going to talk about our, again, some more of the ship. So what you're looking at right here is our lobby bar. I mean, I think you can all agree this is not your traditional cruise ship lobby. This is meant to invoke a hotel lobby that's at a 6-star resort or something. And it is one of my favorite spots at night. And it's just lively. It's beautiful. And you have the shops right below it. You have a cafe up top. So it is very comfortable. I really do enjoy the space. But in case you don't want to be Where most people are, we do have we have 12 bars and lounges. Let me see if I can advance this.
And one of them is like already got me with the name.
The malt whiskey?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
It is a beautiful area there. A lot of amber colored liqueurs there. We have a cigar bar there. But each one of these, again, creates a different vibe, a different atmosphere. So maybe one night you want to watch a show. We have it in Journeys Lounge. Maybe another night you're saying, you know what, let's just go outside and listen to the DJ. And you could be at Sky Bar or listen to a duo playing a guitar in a Stern Lounge. We have something for everybody. And there's just so much more to talk about than just this. But these are some of our lounge spaces. If you recall, part of our all inclusions, I talked about ocean wellness. So here we have, most lines, most hotels will say, go ahead, use our steam room, use our sauna, it's complimentary. Well, on Explora Journeys, you have 6 of these components complimentary for you to use. So whether it's a salt cave, which we hand chisel these salt bricks and fit them in the walls, it's a help with skin and respiratory issues, things like that. An incredible steam shower, hydrotherapy pool. I mean, all 8 of these are available at no cost. This is all complimentary. Now, where we do charge will be your standard services. So we have dedicated over 75 square feet of space just for our ocean wellness. And I think you can, again, all agree, that's a lot of real estate for a vessel. And that's what we're about. We have 11 treatment rooms, 21 treatment options, incredible facials, incredible massages. They are fantastic. And unlike most lines, we hired our own therapists. We don't contract out. We don't have partnerships with Steiner or Canyon Ranch. These are our own staff, and they are fantastic. Yeah.
Wow, that is very different. Very different.
Yeah. So, and then on to some fitness. Now, I only know one thing about fitness is fitting food in my mouth, but here some people might enjoy outdoor workout sessions. We've got 2,900 square feet of space of indoor and outdoor activities. We partnered up with Techno Gym, which is a great brand, and there is a studio as well, fitness studio. Enjoy, Pilates. We have 2 reformer machines available on board as well.
Wow.
Yep.
I mean, I go to the gym on every shift, and then I look at it. It looks nice. So I go to the gym on every shift.
But, and then maybe when you come on board, you might take advantage of some of our classes. We have sound therapy, sleep therapy, yoga, meditation. We have
sleep therapy. I could use that one.
Yeah, same. And complimentary classes, 30 minutes at a time throughout from morning to night. So you can take advantage of these really cool things. But we also have personal training available if you need. So we have that too. So on to some shopping. So yes, we do have shirts and jackets and sunnies and things like that. A beautiful perfume shop. Not just carrying your standard, Dillard's perfume. These are like really bespoke perfume brands. But I do want to highlight some things real quick. Our mono brands. If I can advance this here we go. Here we go. We've got Cartier, Panerai, Piaget, Onboard, and as I mentioned earlier, Ship One has Rolex. I can talk another hour on just Rolex alone. If you're a watch aficionado, you cannot get a Rolex shoreside. That's like the first registered owner, unless you know somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody, right? But here, and normally, if you find the watch you want, you got to pay a deposit, a couple $1,000, wait until your name is called, and that can take years. On Explora One, you can walk on and walk off with a Rolex. And these are new, and it's Rolex's own first ever store on a ship. So
that's cool.
Yeah. And so I have been told that Rolex will return for Ship 3. But again, if you are a watch aficionado, come on board, buy your Rolex, and you're going to be a happy camper.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Wow. Nice.
Now, I've talked about inside. Let's talk about outside a little bit, okay?
Yeah, sure.
we have not just one, but 4 pools on our ship. 4 pools. Most ships have that one pool that's top deck, that's center. And what happens at 7 o'clock in the morning? Everyone's running out, throwing their towels down, throwing their clips down, trying to save space. That will not happen here because it doesn't have to. We have a lot of space. And yes, the 4 pools is to help kind of spread the crowd out a little bit, but also there's a lot of loungers. And you can see here, there are cabanas and beds and things. What you're looking at is a stern pool, and this is the pool that's connected to a Sakura. So again, when Sakura is open for lunch, you can order bento boxes here. So there's that.
That's cool.
Yeah. Cool. Here's another pool. This is Helios, and Helios is our adults only pool. So yes, we welcome families, but we will not promote to families. And there is a kids club called Nautilus Club too. So there is, yeah. Another pool I want to highlight is this Atoll. So another pool that's in the aft, a little bit higher up. Again, beautiful space. And last but not least is our conservatory pool.
This is insane. This is like the most insane pool I have ever seen on a cruise ship.
This is a lappable pool. You can swim back and forth in it. And it's beautiful inside. It's got a retractable glass roof. And what's really cool is at night, we can pull that glass back and pull up a movie, and you'll wear these
oh my gosh,
silent headphones. And guess what? When the Super Bowl was playing, it aired here. So imagine swimming and watching the game go off, or the halftime show. I mean, it was absolutely incredible. And look how beautiful.
That's cool to do the headphones or whatever. Yeah. Because then you don't have to have the big sound system. And if somebody doesn't want to listen to the game or the movie, they don't have to.
Exactly. And what if, your travel mate wants to read a book, but you guys want to hang out together in one of those beds? I mean, you can watch a movie and read too. There's popcorn, there's like drinks, obviously, and there's snacks, things like that. That's all provided.
I love it.
Yeah. Pretty cool, right?
Oh my gosh.
So, Walter, if you don't mind, we have I'm at the end of my presentation, but I would like to play the guest experience videos just to round out everything I've talked about, please.
Yeah, and then we have just a couple more questions as well. So, folks, let's take a look at this, and then we'll get to the last questions. Wow. I mean, wow. As somebody who used to work in marketing, video, and film, wow, that was unbelievable. Music, everything, just unbelievable. So,
well, I hope you've all discovered the Ocean State of Mind with us virtually, and hopefully soon in person.
Absolutely. Wow. Okay, folks. And we still got a little bit of time if you want to drop some more questions in. So this is great. What kind of excursions do you offer, and how soon can folks book them?
Well, we offer a plethora variety of excursions, and we call those destination experiences. So you can do something private if you like. You can do something gastronomic, take things that's easy. So it's really up to you. There are options that we offer, and they open up about 150 days prior for you to book.
Wow. And she also asked, do you know when you're going back to Alaska by any chance?
I'm going to guess, because I don't know the itineraries yet. Here's the thing. We are supposed to be releasing the balance of 2026 into 2027 in a couple weeks. I think it's November 20th on Ship 1 and Ship 2. Okay. And then we are going to do a big launch of Ship 3 early December. So stay tuned. I don't really know. I kind of have an idea of where we're going, but I really don't know where we're going for certain. So stay tuned. Like, follow us on Instagram, on Facebook, and as we launch these things, you're going to get some.
Absolutely. And Alex, she answered your question already. Look at that. She beat you to it. So, and we still have a few minutes here. Again, if we can help you in any way with this, I am Walter with Where's Walter Travel. Explora Journeys is one of our amazing partners that we work with. We have already been booking guests on these incredible ships. When you see the video, when you see the imagery and everything, you're just like, this is not like any other ship that I have been on before. Even some of the ones that, like, you can really go to town on some of those other ships, but they don't look like this. I don't know. I can't wait to see it in person. I just can't wait to see it in person soon.
I have to tell you, I've been on about more than 10 times now. And mind you, we've only been operating for a year, realistically. I still get very excited to go on board. And I hope that tells you something. Even though I'm going for work, some people are like, oh, work again. I'm jazzed to go. I've built friendships with our hosts. The food is absolutely incredible. I saw something about coffee. Thanks, Alex. We've partnered up with Illy Coffee in the cafe. We will have Nespresso machines. We do have Nespresso machines in suite available for you to utilize. I mean, coffee would have been my next passion in life, but
coffee is life. It is life. Interesting question from Stephen there. Do you think you guys will ever visit Ocean Key in the Bahamas?
We have before. It's a couple of tries because of weather, but we have, and sometimes we do call there. So it just depends on the itinerary. Yeah.
And I have to say, folks, that is MSC's private island in the Bahamas. That's my favorite private island in the Caribbean.
Nice.
It's just natural. You haven't overbuilt it. It's just a beautiful, beautiful island. I love it.
Oh, thank you. I have not been. When I was on board this one time, the past couple of times, we finally made it on to Ocean Key, and I decided to stay on board and utilize the empty pools to myself. So that's what I did.
That is absolutely great. So I'm going to put you on the spot. Do you have a favorite? So let's talk about like a gourmet dish and maybe comfort food.
Oh boy. Okay. People always ask, what's your favorite restaurant? And I really don't have one. I have a favorite dish in each restaurant. And I'll go through them real quick. So Fil Rouge, believe it or not, this is the French-inspired restaurant, international restaurant. It has they serve a different souffle every night.
Oh, I love souffle.
Yeah. And the thing is, it's not your traditional souffle where it's chocolate or vanilla with Grand Marnier. These are really unique, really different, but delicious sweet souffles. I often will go to a different restaurant and then end it in Fil Rouge with one of their souffles. And then Marble & Co. has it's a signature appetizer. It's Frank's potatoes served with a dollop, like a big dollop of caviar, and you mix it in. I like to mix it in together to get a pop of salt with the creaminess. Some people like to take them in sections. I like to mix it up. So that's a great one. And plus my favorite salad is Tuscan kale salad there, believe it or not.
Nice.
Our Sakura Pan-Asian sushi's delicious. Don't get me wrong. I really like it. But sometimes the comfort food is there. The lobster pad thai is delicious. The cod is delicious. So I would normally start with sushi, end with that. Yeah.
Oh my God, you're killing me. It's amazing.
And let's see, Med Yacht Club. There's a great pork. It's almost like a pork schnitzel. It's bigger than my face, and it's delicious. I can only eat half, realistically.
Oh my God.
A lot of their pinsos and their tapas there are really, really great too. And there's this amazing, if you like Ferrero Rocher, that chocolate, they have a Semifreddo Piedmont hazelnut dome thing. It's ice cream, but it tastes like a Ferrero Rocher. It's delicious.
Wow.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Wow. Kathy wants to know, I think there was one in one of them, right? With the pastisserie did I see one?
We have a pastry area that's in Emporia Marketplace, and then we also serve smaller pastries in Crema Cafe. Yeah.
Oh, Crema Cafe, you got me there too.
You can always find me there in the mornings and the afternoons.
Oh, man. You have two lounges, one called Malt Whiskey and one called Crema. I mean, that's all I need to know. And folks, yes, I will be going on one of these ships very, very soon. I'll have more information about that shortly. Just finalizing everything right now, but I will be, everything that Kathy has just mentioned, I will be tasting. And I will be bringing it to you. Absolutely. What about a cocktail before we go? What about a cocktail?
Okay, so I'm very particular with my cocktails.
Okay.
I like a Southside egg white dry shake in a coupe glass, and I can tell you they can make a really good one.
Okay, I've never had that. I will definitely have one.
Yeah, you should definitely. And then what's another one I would sometimes dabble in. I'm not a big gin drinker, but there is a great, it's called Four Pillars. It's from Australia, made with Shiraz grapes, and it's this purple gin, and it's so smooth and delicious. So gin and tonic with the Four Pillars is a great sub for me too.
Nice. I'm always so my litmus test for every ship that I go on is an old fashioned.
So well, we got malt whiskey. We've got the smoke guns, the bubbles, all that stuff. You could do a smoked old fashioned if you like. Yeah.
Oh my God. Yes. I'm really excited. So yeah, folks. So I will be going on one of these ships very, very soon. I have more information about that, and of course, I'm going to take you along for a ride. Alex wants me to get the owner's suite, sure, for a group. I'll see what I can work out with Kathy. All right. Yeah. Dawn. So one last question: can you get a list of bourbons and wines offered? Is there any way to get like a wine list?
Yes. However, we try to tailor our wines based on the destination. So I can get you a list, but it might not be accurate for your journey.
Gotcha. Okay, good question. And that's a great answer. You actually modify, and I assume that the menus are kind of modified depending on where you are.
Ever so slightly, yeah. We try to modify it a little bit, especially in Chef's Kitchen. If you are doing cooking classes, we try to modify that as well. But I mean, there are some standards because we break away from a great dish, but we try to modify as best as we can.
And before we go, I think one thing that I just want to touch on a little bit. What is like the nightlife like? Do you have like entertainment shows in the lounges? I mean, what is it like at night?
Yeah, so that's a great question. I'm sorry I didn't touch on that earlier. Our entertainment is really different than, again, your traditional cruise. We do not have dancers on board. So there's not this production show. We are music forward. So whether it is someone playing in one of our $100,000 piano, Steinway pianos, on board, or we could have duos playing. We could have what do you call those? It's almost like like a Billy Joel show. A diva
show. Like a tribute show kind of
thing. Thank you. That's the word. A tribute show. So we'll have a lot of those things. Classes as well. And believe it or not, we have a beautiful art gallery. I happened to be in Bilbao this summer. Went to the Guggenheim and I walked through the pop art exhibit and I go, that's nice. A Liechtenstein, a Warhol. But my ship on Explora One has 12 Warhols.
Oh my God.
Original prints available. And we had I think 8 Liechtensteins available. Like no costs, no elbows, no cameras. It's right there. And we do tend to change those things out. But that was that for me. I love art, especially pop art. And that was a dream. So we have a lot of those things available for you.
Very cool. So folks, you are going to be pampered all day. You will be entertained at night. And if you don't want to do anything at all, just grab a drink, grab a coffee, enjoy your fellow passengers, or just sit out and look at the stars and look at the wake. Wow, Kathy, this has been amazing.
Thank you. I'm so excited. I'm so thrilled I was able to share this with you. This is great.
This has been such a great evening, folks. Thank you so much for tuning in tonight. This is a new cruise experience that I have been getting a lot of questions about. I'm so glad Kathy was finally able. It's tough to get Kathy. She is busy, so I'm so glad you were able to clear a little room on your schedule to talk to us tonight, folks. One more time, I am Walter with Where's Walter Travel. My lovely wife Rebecca and I would love to help you plan your Explora Journey. Just reach out at where'swaltertravel.com, or down in the description you will find links to get in touch with us. They're an awesome cruise line to work with, and now you've met Kathy, so Kathy is my connection, and let's work together and get you on the ships.
Yeah.
Right. All right, Kathy. Well, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you all, and have a great night, and hope to welcome you on board very, very soon.
All right, folks. Have a great evening. Bye.